Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 132, Calculus with Applications, Section 14.1, Problem 10. This is Section 14.1, it's problem number 10. It says, consider the function f of x equals x to the third power minus 27x plus 2. Find the absolute maximum and absolute minimum on the interval from 1 to 4, positive 1 to positive 4. So this is a 6-step process. Step 1 is find the derivative. So f prime of x equals the x to the third as a derivative of 3x squared. And again, that's coming from the exponent of 3 coming down times the number in front, which isn't written but understood to be 1. 3 times 1 is 3. X to the 1 less power, third power drops down to a second power. The minus 27x has a derivative of just minus 27. Again, when we have an x to the first power, the derivative is the number in front of the x, including the sign. Don't lose the sign, so minus 27. And the 2 has no x with it, so its derivative is 0. So that's step 1. F prime of x equals 3x squared minus 27. Step 2, set it equal to 0. So I'll have 3x squared minus 27 equals 0. It's an easy step. Step 3, solve for x. So to solve for x, let me first pull out a 3 of all the pieces I have on the left side of my equation. So I'll have 3, I'll have some big parentheses, cell equals 0. So 3 times x squared would make a 3x squared, and 3 times minus 9 would make a minus 27. And now what's in the parentheses is what's called the difference of squares. I can break it into 2 factors or 2 sets of parentheses. The 3 in front can stay in front. And I'm going to go x plus 3 minus 3, like that. And you can check it. If you FOIL this out, the x times x is x squared, x times minus 3, and then 3 times x, you're going to have minus 3x positive 3x, which will cancel. And then 3 times minus 3 minus 9. It does work out. You can check it. Now, the 2 parentheses or 2 factors gives me 2 solutions. One is x equals minus 3. The x plus 3 gives me a solution of x equals minus 3. If I put in minus 3 wherever I have an x, it will make the equation true. 0 equals 0. And then the factor of x minus 3 gives me a solution of x equals positive 3. Again, by taking the opposite sign of what's in the parentheses, if I put in a 3 where I have an x, I will get a true result. 0 equals 0. So 2 solutions. Now, the next step, step 4, is for any solution that I have that's within the given interval, find the height. Now, notice x equals 3 is in the interval between 1 and 4. X equals negative 3 is not in that interval. It's before the interval. So as far as I'm concerned, at this point, I am done with x equals negative 3. I don't have to do anything else with it. It's finished. X equals positive 3, though, I have to find the height. So I have to take that x equals positive 3, put it in for f of x, and see what height goes with it. So f of 3 equals x cubed will be 3 cubed. Minus 27 times x will be minus 27 times 3, then plus 2. So if I do the math, 3 cubed, 3 times 3 times 3, that'll be 27. And then the next piece, negative 27 times positive 3 is minus 81. And then I have plus 2. So if I combine my positives, I have positive 27, positive 2 is positive 29. I'll have positive 29, negative 81 should be negative 52. So there's one of my heights. So now, step 5 is find the height of both endpoints of the interval. So find the height for x is 1. So f of 1 will be, the x cubed will give me a 1 cubed. Minus 27x will be minus 27 times 1. And I have a plus 2. So now the math for that, 1 cubed, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Then negative 27 times 1 is negative 27. And then I have plus 2. So my positives, 1 plus 2 is positive 3. So if positive 3 and negative 27 would be negative 24. So there's a different height. And now finally one more height. Let's find the height for the endpoint x equals 4. I'm going to do f of 4 and plug it into my f of x. So x cubed becomes 4 cubed. Minus 27x is minus 27 times 4, and then plus 2. So now if I do the math, 4 cubed, 4 times 4 times 4 again, is 64. Negative 27 times 4 is negative 108, and then plus 2. So my positive values, I have positive 64, positive 2, that's positive 66. Positive 66 and negative 108. Well, 66 minus 108 would be negative 42. So now I have all my heights, my answer from step 3, and left end of my interval, right end of my interval, I have all the heights figured out. The final step is state the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. So the absolute maximum, my choices are all very negative numbers. I have negative 52, negative 24, negative 42. So I want the biggest value or highest in terms of its height on the graph. It would be negative 24. Or again, if you think in terms of temperature, negative 24 is cold, but negative 42 is colder, and negative 52 is even colder still. So the absolute maximum is negative 24. And the absolute minimum, the smallest value of the values I have to choose from between negative 24, negative 42, negative 52 would be negative 52. Again, if you're thinking of it in terms of temperature, that's the coldest temperature of the temperatures I have to choose from. So the absolute maximum is negative 24, and the absolute minimum is negative 52.